Evening, Craig. Rate the Chiesa signing out of 10. I mean, I'll give it a bash, Callum. Now, obviously, I'm rating this cold. I haven't seen the dude play a second for Liverpool Football Club yet. So I'm going to rate it off the deal and how I view it. So let's look at the deal. The fee. £10 million with €2.5 million in potential add-ons. So €12.5 million is the maximum, €15 million. The wages, the exact same money that he was on at Juventus. He didn't ask for a pay rise to come to Liverpool. He didn't get greedy. He's on the same £81,000 a week that he was on at Juventus. Add to that his first interview where he genuinely looks over the moon to be playing for Liverpool Football Club. It was a lovely moment where he seen the video of his dad scoring in Euro 96, I believe, at Anfield in a group stage game of the Euros, and he wants to replicate that. So for me, from what we've seen, from the price and the wages, I'm rating that an 8 out of 10 signing. I think it's a very, very good piece of business. Financially, from the club side, I think it's incredible, and I don't have any complaints about it. What I can't guarantee, and I don't think anybody can, is how he works out at Liverpool. We're hopeful. We're certainly going to get behind him. He's endeared himself to the fans very quickly from what I've seen as well. So yeah, I think it's a good signing, mate. A good signing. But of course we have to wait until he starts playing before we can really figure out that. Gave me so much joy seeing his face getting that first jersey handoff. Yes, he looked absolutely buzzing to be a Liverpool player. Took the number 14 as well, which was of course Jordan Henderson's shirt. Xabi Alonso before him wore the number 14. Jan Molby, another famous Liverpool player to have worn the number 14. So this is what Chiesa had to say. I'm so happy to be a Liverpool player. When Richard Hughes called me, he said, "Do you want to join Liverpool?" And the coach called me. I said yes immediately because I know the history of this club. I know what it represents to the fans. He went on to say about the number 14 and choosing that jersey. It was an easy pick. Liverpool sent me a video at the end of the video, which was me showing my career, the goals I scored for Fiorentina and Juventus. It was me with the number 14 shirt on, and it said it was destined to be. So there you go. That was already pretty much sorted out before he even came over. Liverpool believe, according to James Pearce, the signing of Federico Chiesa represents remarkable value with low risk and a potential big upside. I agree with that as well. If you're talking about him for 10 to 12 million on 80 grand a week, it is a deal that is very easy to see why we did it. Chiesa's watched Liverpool play under Arne Slot, and he turned down more lucrative offers from others, including Saudi Arabia, to come and play for Liverpool. David Lynch said Chiesa has also agreed the same salary as he was on at Juventus, which we spoke about as well, including more lucrative offers from the likes of Saudi. Federico Chiesa has set the record straight, by the way, on his exit from Juventus. I don't know if you guys seen this, but this is what he posted on Instagram. Talking to Instagram on Thursday, Chiesa said, "It's time to end this jersey with you, black and white fans. I would like to dedicate a few words to thank you for the great affection you've always shown me, affection that I will always carry in my heart. I grew up with you in Juventus, both as a man and as a football player. You've supported me in good times and in difficult times, and for that I will always be grateful. Over the past 4 years, I've had the opportunity to work with players, staff and coaches at the highest level. You've been like a family to me. Even in the most difficult moments, you've helped me stand. I will always carry with me the joyful memories shared." Now, while saying goodbye, I'd like to clarify the issue of my renewal. I've never received a renewal offer from Juventus, and therefore have never had a request from me or my entourage to increase or reduce my signing. I was informed that I would not be part of the project even before start of training with the team. Thank you again for your constant support. Thank you, Juventus, till the end. Also on that, you've probably noticed that he speaks really good English, Federico Chiesa. He was enrolled in Florence in an international school where most of the lessons that he was taught each day were taught in English. So he speaks English very, very well. Will Chiesa be available for Sunday? Potentially, but he won't play. He hasn't had any football this season. He won't be up to speed. He won't be fit enough. He won't have had the minutes in his legs. If he's registered and all the international clearance is done before midday tomorrow, Friday, then technically, yes, he would be available to be in the matchday squad on Sunday. But I would expect more likely that he's going to be given his first minutes after the international break when we take on Nottingham Forest at Anfield. It makes more sense from a couple of reasons. One, you get give him the big Anfield welcome when he comes on for a couple of minutes at the end. And two, it gives him more chance, obviously, to work with Arne Slot and the coaching staff. A little bit of information, actually, on Chiesa and his versatility as a player. Federico Chiesa has the skill set to play across the front line, according to Liverpool's official website. Opta say 34% of his Serie A minutes for Juventus were spent as a striker, with 21% came in left midfield and 16% on the opposite flank. So he can play right across the front line. Chiesa himself describes himself as a winger, but we know he can operate left and right. And that versatility, I'm sure, was part of the attraction for Liverpool. And we have now got somebody to compete with Mo. So I can't complain that we haven't done any of the business we're supposed to. We have brought in a versatile forward to give Mo a challenge, a rest, whatever way you want to look at it. But that's why I'm giving it 3 out of 10. Ethan Parker said United spent 7 times more for Anthony than we did for Chiesa. Inject that shit. Absolutely. That deal is going... Look, everybody was laughing yesterday from other clubs, going, oh, half-time to wash Chiesa. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Because as you said, we didn't go and pay 100 million quid for a fidget spinner. We've gone and done a great deal for the right price. So let's wait and see. Also on top of that, we spoke about the offer that Nottingham Forest put in for Kelleher. And I really don't understand this from their perspective. Why would you wait until this late in the window to try and get Kelleher? Liverpool aren't going to just cave in. It's not a money thing. Kelleher's not going to try and kick the door down to find a way out. Liverpool would have probably been potential sellers earlier in the window. But right now, Liverpool would have to replace Kelleher. And with all due respect to the offer they put our way, Matt Turner ain't it. So I don't know if they're going to come back in with an improved offer, but it looks like the offer they did come with was a long way short of Liverpool's valuation of Quiveen, so I don't expect him to move on. And if he does, well, we'll talk about that when it happens. Don't be distracted by a new shiny toy in Federico Chiesa. It's a cool toy. It's going to be fun to watch him play. And on its own, it's a good signing. But it hasn't addressed the areas of concern. And here we are now, 25 hours and 57 minutes before the transfer window closes, and we don't know if we're going to get a centre-back, and we don't know if we're going to get a defensive midfielder. But we also don't look like we're going to lose Joe Gomez, which is certainly a plus for me in this window. You know, I think most of us don't want to lose Joe, so if Joe Gomez is going to stay, that's good news. It also looks like Newcastle won't be signing Mark Gay, so if Liverpool's interest is for next summer, well, then he's still going to be, as it stands, a Crystal Palace player as well.